I'm not touching that one. That's all you, buddy. Flagler School's book ban controversy. Sheriff's investigating possible criminal charges. Flagler County School District is embroiled in a now nationwide debate after a board member filed a police report because she said a book at libraries violated obscenity law. That was last week. Since then, debate has surged on social media, including input from the author themselves. Board members have thought publicly about the book and about its appropriate procedures. Try saying that 5 times fast. As to address it. And on Tuesday night, the board heard 5 hours of public comments, 79. God damn it, so close, on the subject. Now the Flagler County Sheriff's Office is investigating whether anything criminal has taken place, and the Flagler County School Board plans to revisit its own policies on how to deal with the complaints as they come in. Flagler County Schools is considering to remove the book All Boys Aren't Blue from its media centers after a school board member filed a criminal complaint over it. I want to know why it got filed. What's in the book? I'm guessing it's a thing about the author being gay or something, because the cover and title. But I've never heard of this book, so I can't comment on it. Oh. The book in question, All Boys Aren't Blue, a memoir manifesto, is available in 3 school libraries, according to the police report filed by school board member Joe Woolbright. The young adult memoir chronicles the experience of author George M. Johnson, who uses they-them pronouns, growing up black and queer in America. Parts of the book include deep descriptions of masturbation, oral and anal sex, and sexual assault. Okay, so I was with it in the first part, but the second part makes me wonder how detailed we're talking here. Because I did read a book in high school that did feature a quote-unquote sex scene, but it was literally 2 teenagers who had no idea what the fuck they were doing and thought that a blowjob was literally the girl blowing on his penis. And even the teacher admitted that part was stupid when I asked her about it. Also, was this in a high school? Because, again, if this was a high school, it's probably better than it was in a middle school. Woolbright asked for the book and some procedures to be included on a future workshop agenda, which she said she believed distinct district staff weren't taking it seriously or acting quick enough on what she believed needs to be a criminal matter, so she took steps to contact law enforcement. Yeah, this woman looks almost exactly like I figured she would. At this point, we are not conducting a criminal investigation until we determine that the allegations meet the threshold of Florida law for it to be a criminal complaint, Flagler County Sheriff Rick State said on Wednesday. Anybody can file a criminal complaint, but that doesn't make it a crime until the elements required under Florida law are met, and that's what we're... Bailey says he expects to have more information with it. Woolbright first brought the issue of the book up on a November 2nd board meeting after learning about the book through social media. At the time, other board members agreed to discuss the book and its procedures for adopting instructional material at a future meeting. The following day, according to a report taken by Flagler County Sheriff's Office, Woolbright met with the superintendent and again discussed the book. He filed a report with the state's office on November 9th. After today's workshop, Woolbright said she felt like she was waiting and waiting and waiting. Bitch, it had been a week. Slow your roll. Jesus. And did not have access to the district's legal counsel to ask for advice. She stated that as a district employee, she is a mandatory reporter and felt like a crime was taking place. Typically, mandatory reporting applies to knowledge of abuse or neglect. I felt, well, I can't get any answers, and this is a crime, she said. I have a crime to report, so that's the steps I took. Florida statute prohibits the distribution of obscene materials, but deciding what materials are obscene has been a long, complex process. To be considered obscene, a material must meet 3 characteristics. An average person, applying contemporary community standards, would find that it appeals to pertinent interests, it depicts or describes the patently offensive sexual conduct, as defined by the law, and taken as a whole, it lacks serious literary, artistic, and political or scientific value. Okay, so, arguably the first one, possibly the second one, most likely the second one, The third one, nah, the third one ain't true. I'd argue that it at least has some artistic value. The third one, it gets a pass on that. I feel like that a gay, black, trans, non-binary person in America, yeah, no, they get a pass. That's fucking. I may not like it or may like it. I don't really know. I haven't read the book. I don't have an opinion on it, but it gets a pass on that grounds, if nothing else. The very intricate part of Florida law that our general counsel is reviewing, Staley said. The book was available at 3 schools, according to a police report. Buddy Taylor Middle, Matanzas High, and Flagler Palm Coast High had 2 copies. 2 copies had been removed from the schools. One was provided to Woolbright, and another remains unaccounted for. The sheriff's office took the one Woolbright had, per the report. Okay, yeah, no, the last 2, I'm fine with them having it. The middle school, that one. Can we not give books to fucking middle schoolers detailing sex? Like if it was a biological puberty thing, maybe, but like, nah, man. Fucking 13-year-old 7th grade Timmy doesn't need to read a book where the main character gets sexually assaulted. Like, no bueno, amigo. No bueno. Between Woolbright filing the police report in Tuesday's meeting, the issue has gained national attention. The author encouraged people to speak out against the Flagler County School Board. Actress and businesswoman Gabriella Union shared it on Twitter and began gaining traction as part of a larger conversation about attempts to ban books from schools. As a result, people flooded Tuesday's meeting, protesting outside and amounting to 5 hours of public comments on something the board has not put on the meeting agenda and did not vote on. The workshop during the day included a presentation about the procedures for the reviewing disputed international instructional material, but devolved into an argument about the merits of one book and the actions Woolbright took. Woolbright and Janet McDonald believe the book violates obscenity laws and should be removed. Colleen Conklin and Cheryl Massaro believe the book having the book available in the media centers is more value than potential harm to students. Conklin called the decision to file the police report nothing short of political drama and theater. I will agree with her on that. That it is, yes. And this process made national headlines across the country in Flagler County and Flagler County schools and left the impression with anybody who read them that we are backwards, she said, because the process and the policy were not followed. Man, you gotta follow the system, man. Hey. McDonald said the district's review procedure should be more exacting to avoid the scenario in the first place. We're getting upset about things that shouldn't have come before us to have a conversation about. All Boys Aren't Blue was not part of the curriculum or part of instructional materials adopted by the district classrooms. The book was available to check out at secondary schools. There are currently 4 books under review by the Flagler County School District. The aforementioned All Boys Aren't Blue, stamped Racism, Anti-Racism, and You by Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kendi. Why do I always say their name is Kendi? The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and Speak by Lori Hulse Anderson. Okay, I don't know anything about these other books, but I recognize Ibram X. Kennedy's name, or Ibram X. Kendi's name from somewhere. But I couldn't place it. Like, I'm sure I could, like, if I Googled their name, I'd find out what book they're known for, because I'm sure they're a fucking author. I'm sure I've heard of one of their other books. Woodbright emphasized that she only asked for Johnson's memoir to be removed, but asked district staff to check on the other 3 as well. Per the district's procedures, any book that is under review will be removed from circulation. The procedure for evaluating challenged materials starts at the school level with a conference between the complainant, that was a word, and the principal, followed by a decision by the school level committee. If the appeal goes to district level, the superintendent convenes a more formal committee. That includes media specialists, educators, and parents. The final step would be for the school board to review and vote upon the issue upon appeal. Let's see. What do Florida parents object to in All Boys Aren't Blue, a memoir manifesto? Well, I mean, it's a manifesto. I don't trust any book with the word manifesto in the title, but that's neither here nor there. Insert communism joke. The 2020 book by George M. Johnson is geared towards young adult and chronicles Johnson's life from childhood to graduating college. 2 of the 16 chapters detail sexual experiences of Johnson. The first, Boys Will Be Boys, details the time Johnson was sexually assaulted at age 13 and also describes his first attempts with masturbation. The second time, Losing My Virginity Twice, details sexual experiences during college. Okay, first, I was already iffy on the fact that detailed sexual assault in a book that's available in a middle school. Second, he was 13! Christ! Why? Moving on! Johnson spoke Tuesday's board meeting via video play during Conklin's comments. There's no reason for us to pretend the world isn't going to expose our youths and our teens to very heavy subject and heavy topics in my book. Realistically, they're already experiencing things, and my book is teaching them how to deal with these things. Johnson also said that 2 chapters in question are teaching teenagers about consent and agency. The book has been banned in 10 states, Johnson noted in social media posts. A TV show based on the book is in development. Again, I'm fine with this being available to high schoolers. My problem is I don't really feel comfortable about a book detailing a sexual assault being available to middle schoolers. That's my one problem. Also, it's not really the exclusive focus of the book. His life is the focus of the book. And it's only featured in 2 of the 16 chapters, so I wouldn't call it a sex book. I mean, honestly, I'm fine with the book existing. Like I said, it's just the middle school parts is my one hang-up. All right, now let's read the smug Reddit comments, because I need to wash the taste of cum out of my mouth. Congratulations, George M. Johnson. This is the best kind of publicity a writer can get. It is only 2 of the 16 chapters, like 1/8. It's not the whole book. So, again, it's not as bad as the headline would have you believe. But yeah, I do agree. This is probably the best publicity he could have gotten. You gotta be a real narc to call the cops on a book. Snitches get paper cuts. Okay, a bunch of people complaining about the Bible. Wait, is the Bible even available in public school libraries? Like, I'm being genuine. I don't remember. Because I haven't set foot in a public school in about 8 years. Wait. 6 years. Damn, I got worse at math as I got older. I like how there's so many people bringing up the Bible. Like, I'm fine with controversial books. I have shit on here on my hard drive that in certain countries I would legitimately be arrested for owning. I can't even tell you what I have because it could easily be used against me in a police investigation and add multiple years onto my sentence. So, like, I'm fine with banned and controversial shit. I can never take my computer to New Zealand, though. Legitimately, it's a fucking high-class crime there. Moving on. New Zealand should have tipped my hand about what one of the things I have is, by the way.